Say, God forbid. God forbid. What? What is the news coming all the way from a camp of the Super Eagles? It's not funny. Team had a cracked windshield and had to force an emergency landing in Luanda, Angola. I'll give you all the gist and what is the update coming from the camp of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, and also what the Nigeria Football Federation is doing about this situation. Welcome to my channel this wonderful day. My name is AY Sugar, and we'll quickly go straight up into what has happened. Not good at all. Well, thank God that the pilot was able to manage to force an emergency landing. But let me give you the gist. So quickly, let's go to the Nigeria Football Federation, where they've released a statement saying that the Nigeria Football Federation has stated a cracked windscreen of the shattered ValueJet Airline aircraft that was conveying the Super Eagles delegation from Polokwane in South Africa to Uyo for Tuesday's FIFA World Cup qualifying match against Benin Republic has delayed the arrival of the players and officials in the Akwa Ibom state capital. The same aircraft had flown some members of the delegation to Polokwane on Thursday night, arriving in the South African city on Friday morning. However, after a routine refueling stop in Luanda, Angola, where the plane also stopped to refuel on Thursday night, and where the same plane had stopped to refuel to and from Bloemfontein in South Africa for the matchday 8 encounter between Nigeria Super Eagles and the Bafana last month, the aircraft suffered a cracked windscreen mid-air after takeoff, and the pilot did well to guide the plane safely back to the airport in Luanda. ValueJet Airline, the relevant federal government of Nigeria, authorities including the Honorary Minister of Aviation, the Honorary Minister of Foreign Affairs and Chief of Staff to the Mr. President are working assiduously to get the necessary overflying and landing permits for another aircraft to fly from Lagos, pick the delegation in Luanda and fly them to Uyo. What a news. Did you hear all I just read out? Scary. I've flown multiple times with the Super Eagles of Nigeria, and I can understand the way it was in that aircraft. And kudos must go to that pilot for, discontinuing the trip and returning back to the Luanda airport. And, well, what the media officer told me was that they never saw it coming. After refueling, they were about to take off. It didn't really occur that happened. But while they were on their way, they were not sure what hit it, but it just cracked. And images, if you can see while I'm explaining, you can see how devastating that looked, and not good at all. I understand the team had to disembark, and every body on the plane, they just could not continue with that, and they had to go get into the airport. Of course, they didn't have visas to get into Angola, but this has to be done as soon as possible, to get the players rested and to settle in and prepare for another trip tomorrow. They were about 3.5 hours away from South Africa, refueling in Angola, which has been the normal thing, whenever we travel like that. Most of the time, I remember one of the trips to South Africa, we refueled in Luanda and Angola, so it's not new. The refueling had to be done, and it was just nothing they prepared for. But like I said, thank God that it didn't get into something devastating. Like I said, God forbid. I can't even imagine it. So update now is that the team have now settled in a hotel. All of them are all settled in. The players, especially those part of the trip, also the contingent that traveled alongside the players have all settled in, and they are now chilling now in Luanda. From the story I read earlier, the federal government is involved, the Minister of Aviation is involved, and all of them are putting their eyes together to get a good aircraft that will come from Lagos. Should be on its way as I speak to you now, and should arrive in time to pick them and take them straight to you to complete the journey and get them ready for Tuesday's game. It's been a bumpy qualifiers for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. The way they started, the draws amassed, the struggle, and now, we've had lots of issues in this particular journey. I hope it ends in praise and ends very well. It's a story to be told, looking at how the team, have gone through this, and I must commend the players for even staying calm in this situation, because I understand. Not funny. I remember about a year ago when they traveled to Tripoli. Remember that trip? Traveled to Tripoli for the game versus Libya, got stuck at the airport, more or less abducted. These same players were those that, made that trip to Tripoli. And I remember the images from that trip to Tripoli. And now this has happened. It's really devastating. But good that it's been handled very well. And the players have settled in, like I said, and they will be ready, for Tuesday's game. Hopefully they depart Luanda, Angola, and head out to Uyo on time and to rest very well, have their training session, which now is being affected because they were supposed to have arrived today, relax in and have, recovery session, but that's not going to happen now. So we'll see how it is tomorrow. The prayer will be arrive safely and get ready for the battle on Tuesday versus Benin, who I understand are already in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Like I said, the coach is very familiar with that state. He loved that state, talking about Genetro in the past when he was coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So he knows his way around Uyo very, very well. So I'm sure he would take advantage of this situation and relax his players and get them ready for their first training tomorrow. Well, that's it from the camp of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Pray for the Super Eagles of Nigeria and, of course, for Johnny Mercies as they return back to Nigeria on Sunday, the 12th of October, 2025. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you and for staying tuned. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, comment, like, and share. I would also join you in the comment section to give you more updates as they break. Thank you. I'll see you in another video. Bye-bye.